guys, you're here with Goran from Pick Dawgz, and thank you for joining me here for your free picks from the UEFA Europa League on Thursday, February 16th. Well guys, we have 8 games on the schedule in the Europa League on Thursday, and hopefully these Europa League matchups will be better than the Champions League was, because in the 4 games of the Champions League we have seen only 5 goals. So hopefully we get a lot more of action in those Europa League games we have going on Thursday. Like I said, guys, we have 8 games. In the meantime, feel free to check out the rest of the free picks up on the Pickdawgz YouTube channel, and of course check out the parlay of the day video. We did win the one on Wednesday, and we had a very good day on Wednesday as well. So make sure you stay tuned, guys. Make sure you subscribe, and of course hit that like button. Like I said, guys, we have 8 games, and the first one we are going to talk about is this Ajax against Union Berlin matchup. And honestly, we have two teams in pretty good form right now, especially Union Berlin, who are on a 10, 11 game winning streak, while Ajax also hasn't lost any of their last 10 games. And I know that they're still a good team. However, I think the books are making a huge mistake here. We are getting Union Berlin at plus 300 right now, guys. And this is the exact same situation the books had for Union Berlin game as they did against Leipzig this past weekend in Bundesliga, and that was a game where Union Berlin won also on the road, and they were like almost plus 300 underdogs. In this one, like I said, I know that Ajax is a good team. I know that they are in good form. I know that they are still one of the best teams in the Netherlands. However, this team is not the same since they lost Ten Hag as the head coach. They have sold a few players, and they are not as consistent as they used to be when it comes to scoring goals. Now, defensively, they do have issues as well. And Union Berlin is not the greatest offensive team in the world. I get it. But Union Berlin has a very good defense. They are very consistent. They are on a huge winning streak, and the books are giving us Union Berlin at plus 300 right now. I just don't understand why. I don't know why the team from the Netherlands is such a big favorite against the second team from Bundesliga, the team that's fighting for the title. I just don't get it. Maybe Union Berlin is going to be missing a few players or whatever. I have no idea. But I don't know. I think that they do not deserve to be such big underdogs as they are here, and I'm gonna take advantage of that, guys. I'm gonna take Union Berlin on the double chance here at minus 110. Uh, as long as they are on this massive winning streak, I'm gonna keep betting on Union Berlin, and if they lose, they lose. But this is definitely the bullet we have to bite here, guys. And with the double chance, we are covering 2 out of possible 3 outcomes of this game. So I'm taking Union Berlin on the double chance. In the next matchup, guys, Red Bull Salzburg is hosting Roma, and this is potentially a very good spot for Roma because Salzburg has played only one competitive game so far, and they have won that game 4-0 in the Austrian Bundesliga, of course. And the last competitive game before that they played was back in mid-November, before the World Cup started. Since then, they have played a few friendly games, and they did a good job in those. However, like I said, the only competitive game since November they played was this past weekend in the Austrian Bundesliga. Roma on the other side is, I would say, in a decent form. They are not scoring a lot of goals. They did concede a few goals, and that is potentially a chance for Salzburg, because we know that they are a very good offensive team, and they are the home team here. So if they get a positive result out of this game, they have to worry about it less in the second leg. However, like I said, Roma is a good team. Salzburg hasn't played a competitive match in a while, and I think that we see a fairly open matchup here, guys. I'm going to go with both teams to score in this one at minus 121. Should be a fairly good game, and I think that the least we see here is a goal on each side. So minus 121 is a very good price to take on this. Third match in the Europa League, guys, is between Shakhtar and Rennes, and we have two teams that have been scoring a lot of goals. Shakhtar had a few friendly matchups. They haven't played a competitive game in a while as well, but In their friendly matchup, they've scored at least 2 goals in 4 of their last 5 games. Just before that, in the Ukrainian Premier League, they have been scoring a lot of goals as well. While Rain on the other side just can't get they can't get back on track in that French League One. They have been conceding a ton of goals as of late. Their latest loss was against Toulouse 3-1 on the road. Before that, they lost to Lille 3-1 at home, and they are definitely missing those few players that got hurt, and they're having a lot of problems on both ends, to be honest. Now, the fact that Shakhtar hasn't played a competitive game in a while should help Rennes here. Can they keep a clean sheet? I can't imagine them doing that because Shakhtar is a very decent team and they did a good job in the Champions League group stage. But in this game, guys, I gotta go with over 2.5. It's minus 112. It's a fantastic price on two teams that are scoring a lot of goals, but two teams that are conceding a lot of goals as well. So if you want plus money, add both teams to score to this, and it's gonna be a nice winner for you. Leverkusen is hosting Monaco, guys, and this is another matchup where we have two teams that are conceding a lot of goals and two teams that are scoring a lot of goals as well. Monaco is on a nice winning streak. They haven't lost any of their last 6 games. They have won their last 3 in a row, and they are actually, like I said, on a 3-game winning streak. Leverkusen was struggling quite a lot. They haven't scored a goal in the 3 games in a row, and then this past weekend they have beaten Hoffenheim 3-1 on the road, and that win came at the proper time, just in time for this Europa League matchup. As much as Monaco is scoring goals, they are conceding them as well, and they have conceded in each of their last, actually 6 of their last 7 games. But their latest win against PSG was a massive win, and it was a huge confidence boost for this team. Like I said, Leverkusen has snapped their streak, that losing streak they were on. They are back on the winning track. They are back to scoring goals, and I definitely see them scoring here against Monaco as well because of that sloppy defensive end that Monaco has. However, I just don't see them keeping a clean sheet because Monaco is outstanding when it comes to scoring goals since the restart. So both teams to score at over 2.5, guys, minus 107. Excellent price, and I think this is one of the best picks of the day that we are gonna get from the European football. So I'm gonna go with both teams to score and over 2.5. In the next matchup, guys, Juventus is hosting Nantes, and it seems that despite getting knocked 15 points from them is Serie A, Juventus is planning to keep on fighting. They're planning to get back to the top of the Serie A, maybe qualify for the Champions League if they're lucky. But it's still a long way from that. Nantes, we know that they have been doing a very solid job in the League One. They're actually on a 3-game winning streak. However, they haven't been scoring that many goals, and all the goals they've scored were against those weaker teams in the League One. And Juventus has now kept 3 clean sheets in a row against some solid teams like Lazio, teams like Salernitana and Fiorentina as well. And they are, like I said, on a nice 3-game winning streak right now. Now, on the other side, Nantes is actually, they haven't lost any of their last 7 games on the road, and that could potentially be a chance for them in this game. However, this is the first matchup between these two teams, so we have really nothing to compare it to, but I simply gotta go with Juventus in this one, guys. Juventus is playing really well, and in order to get a better price out of this Juventus pick, I'm gonna take Juventus to win 2-0 at minus 103. Honestly, I do not expect a lot of goals in this one. I see a 1-0, maybe 2-0 win for Juventus, and that's if we're lucky. But I think that more kind of realistic score here is gonna be 1-0 for Juventus, simply because they're the better team here. They are defending better, and they are in a very solid defensive form here. So I'm gonna take Juventus to win 2-0. Sevilla is hosting PSV Eindhoven, guys, and this PSV team has also been kind of struggling since Cody Gakpo left to Liverpool. And even though they are now on a 4-game streak without a loss, while winning 3 of their last 4 games, Sevilla actually hasn't lost any of their last 6 home games, and we are getting them for a nice plus money. Now we know that Sevilla are kind of an experts when it comes to playing in the Europa League. They have won this competition, what, 3 or 4 times over the last 5 or 6 years, and their form has been on the rise. They have won 5 home games in a row, and like I said, the books are giving us Sevilla for a nice plus money at home, which is something I'm gonna take because as good as PSV is, competing in Spanish La Liga is a little bit harder than competing in that Dutch Eredivisie where PSV is playing. Uh, can PSV get to the scoreboard? They definitely could because Sevilla's defense has been very inconsistent this season. However, I simply cannot. I do not see Sevilla losing this game. So at this nice plus 125, guys, I'm gonna take a shot at Sevilla on the money line. The last pick of the day in the Europa League, guys, is gonna be between Sporting Lisbon and this Danish side Midtjylland, who have had a very good job in that group stage. They did a solid job. They qualified to the next stage. However, the quality between these two teams is quite big, quite a big of a difference, and Sporting definitely deserves to be the favorites that they are in this game. On top of that, Sporting's form has improved quite a lot. Yes, they did lose to Porto this past weekend in that big derby in the Portuguese Primeira Liga. However, before that, they were on a nice 2 game winning streak. They are scoring more goals. They are defending better. While Midtjylland on the other side hasn't played a competitive game since mid-November as well. Uh, when you have a team that's kind of I don't know, a step below you, and a team that hasn't been competing a lot as of late, I think that this is a chance for Sporting to come out and show their power uh, in front of the in front of their fans, and to get a nice win in this Europa League knockouts, and to kind of remove all the doubt from the second leg of the matchup, so they don't have to worry about advancing to the next stage, guys. I'm gonna go with Sporting to win and over 2.5 goals at minus 114. If Midtjylland gets on the scoreboard, it's gonna be easier for us to hit this pick. But even if they don't, I think that Sporting has enough firepower, and that they are in good enough of a form to get us over that 2.5 line here on their own. So I'm taking Sporting to win and over 2.5 goals at minus 114. That's it, guys. These were free picks from the UEFA Europa League on Thursday, February 16th. Thank you for joining me here. If you want my best bets, click the link in the description of this video, and that will get you to my page on the Pickdawgz website. There you can see all the passes I have, and you can subscribe for a daily pass, 3-day pass, or even a 7-day pass. If you want more free picks, go to the Pickdawgz YouTube channel and see what we have up there. That's it, guys. Enjoy your Thursday, and I'll see you soon with more free picks.